Disclaimer: I do not own any of the footage used. It's owned by Apple. I'm just using it for the sake of this video on the keynote that they did today, and I'm just going to be sharing my opinion, so stay tuned and thank you for watching. Today Apple released a new Keystone, and for the most part it was a good one. And this isn't coming from one of those, Apple fanboys stuck in the ecosystem, little Billy over there. This is coming from someone who, as recently as last year, swapped from an iPhone to an Android. Which I guess is saying something if I recently switched, but who knows. And this Keystone, they covered 4 new products. Well, technically 2 new products and 2 new updates to products, but whatever. They came out with the Apple Watches, the Series 6 and the SE, alongside with the new versions of the iPad and the iPad Air. First, let's take a look at the watches. Let's start off with the Apple Watch 6, which clocks in at a price range of $399 to $749 US. And then we have the SE, which clocks in at I would say a reasonable-ish $279 to $329. Of course, in the US as well, prices may vary depending on where you're at and everything, and also depends on the size of the watch face, which, standard 42, 44, which I'm liking. They're keeping it simple. And the bands. Also, if you want Wi-Fi and cellular, but we'll get into some of that later. Think of these 2 watches like the iPhone 11 and the SE, where, although the prices are different, they do have a lot of similar features. The 6 is for, the people that maybe want to top of the line Apple everything, or just enjoy having a newer product, while the SE is more for the, I would say, conscientious consumer that wants something new but doesn't want to pay full price for it, because God knows I don't either. And that's okay. Along with that, they came out with some amazing new colors for them, and they got rid of the gold. Well, I shouldn't say the gold. They got rid of the rose gold and reverted back to the standard gold, which I am so glad that they did, and the fact that they haven't really clarified which gold you're getting on some of these items, because it just says gold, really has been irking me for a bit, but again, that's just my own personal thing and whatnot. Now see, alongside with the new colors, like I said, came these new bands, which Apple went from having these, okay, if you're getting the 42 millimeter, you need the 42s, if you're getting the 44s, you need the 44s, 30s, same thing. And they were like, okay, let's take a step back and let's make a simple approach. Let's make these one size fits all type of bands and more adjustable, like Velcro type of bands. These one size fit all bands come in all sizes. They work on every single watch, from the old ones to the new ones, and it's just simple, just slap them on and you're golden. And I love that, because when I was buying a watch for a relative during Mother's Day, I couldn't decide what band I wanted, and then when I finally decided, I realized, oh wait, they don't even have that in the size that I'm getting the watch. So this so much simpler, and like I said, I love it. Now that all the physical things are out of the way, let's get a little more technical into the new types of features that they talked about. The first thing that they talked about was a new blood oxygen sensor, which I think is a good thing. I don't really know. I'm not a doctor or anything, so I'm not too entirely sure. Which, the way they explained it was a good thing, but again, I don't know. And then comes the watch faces. And when I say faces, I don't mean like the actual physical watch face. I'm talking about, when you're looking at your watch, the time display type of thing. And what they did now is something cool. They added ones for people that love, the racetracks with all those different timers. And then they also did, things like, hey, if you're a diver, it shows you the currents. Photographer, match it up with this app. We will show you the light level of where you're at with the sun and everything. Perfect. And this is the one I like the most, is this new task feature, what shows you the time and what tasks you have. And for me, that's so awesome, because I lose track of time so much and what I have to do. I have fucking I watch on my phone, computer, every time. This is just Simple, look down at my watch. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Well, I have a meeting at 11:15. Let me go to that. Simple, to the point. And I think a lot of people that love organization will love it. With the new Apple Watch comes one new subscription and one new subscription bundle. The subscription is called Fitness Plus, and the bundle is called Apple One. Fitness Plus is a new way to help people get into shape, which was one of the main focuses on, Apple Watches. They can show your blood oxygen level. The whole main point of the Apple Watch was to keep people on track of what they were doing and help them, show their weight loss with friends, family, and everything, and to keep them on track. It was a really nice thing, and I like that they're improving on it. Now, Apple Fitness Plus isn't one of those like hardcore, you gotta have everything to use it. When they thought of it, they thought of everyone. They thought of, okay, people beginning their journey. Here's some nice, easy, videos to go along with and everything to go ahead and, begin your workout journey. Maybe you're already working out a bit, but you want to do something a bit different. Well, even if you have all the equipment in the world or none of the equipment, they got stuff for you to do, and everything. And then you also have, hey, maybe one of those, people that have a gym at home or live in an area and feel comfortable with going to the gym. They got stuff for, all types of equipment and everything. It's an amazing thing because it can also work while you're traveling. Maybe you're, in the near future here, maybe you want to go visit your parents for a holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Those things are coming up and everything. And you're just one of those people who was like, hey man, I gotta shave off a few pounds before I go to Thanksgiving. Let me do, a few of these workouts, nothing too intense. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. And because like everything else Apple Watch does, it connects to your phone. So you can be like, hey, look, I dropped 5 pounds. I'll do it again tonight. But hey, what are you going to do about that, Right? And then here comes the pricing. I mean, the price is I would say it's a solid price. Nothing too fancy, nothing too out of the way. It starts at $9.99 per month or $79.99 a year. Which, okay, makes kind of sense. And as of right now, there doesn't seem to be like any student discounts or anything like that, like Apple Music Plus. Speaking of Apple Music Plus, we have Apple One, a subscription bundle. Apple One has 3 different plans. They have their standard, their family, and their Premier. Premier is only in select areas right now, but they're working on getting it out there. The base one comes with, Apple Music, some iCloud storage, the arcade and Apple TV Plus for a price of $14.95 a month. Or, if you're a family, for an extra $5 a month, you can get the same features. You can, same 4 programs, same up to 5 people, and get a bit more iCloud storage. But if you live in one of those countries and you want a bit more, you got your Premier price. At a nice $29.95 a month, I say nice in air quotes, it gets you the same thing that the other 2 get you, plus 2 terabytes of iCloud storage, and it also includes the Fitness Plus and News app. Now, my big question is, if I'm a student, because again, Apple offers education pricing for students for Apple not TV, Apple Music, which, by the way, if you buy a new Apple product, you can get Apple TV Plus for 1 year for free, just saying. Does that affect my pricing? And would it be worth it? Because sure, Apple Fitness and Apple Music, which they advertise work well together, would it be worth just, getting those subscriptions separately or even doing like this? I mean, it is up to each consumer, but at the same time, it's, in my eyes, until they answer the question of if there would be student discounts or if you could add it with your student discount, I would just be a bit hesitant, but hey, that's just... Now let's talk about the iPads. Now with the iPads, they came out with 2. They came out with the new 8th generation iPad, which can range from $329 to $559 in the US, of course, to the iPad Air, which starts at $599 up to $879. Again, US prices here. Now, if you're thinking, wait a minute, how did we get from watches to here? There was a lot of other things that they talked about the watches. I'm a man of laziness. I'm just going to go over what I think is cool and everything, and then get on with my life. Like how they worked with the new iPads. Now with the iPads, they did improve the onboard, chipsets and everything, making things, more powerful. I believe it was the iPad it's like what, 40% faster than what it was, something along those lines. What I really liked what they did was they said, okay, let's not focus so much on the onboard this time, make it better and everything, but let's focus on the utilities. And this utility they focused on was the Apple Pencil. This is right now is just a little thing that irks me. Again, it's one of those little nitpicks where you're probably thinking, oh my god, why is he talking about this? But whatever. In the keynote, they never specified which pencil went with which iPad. Because yes, depending on the iPad depends on the pencil. You got the first generation pencil, which goes with the general, base iPad. And you got the second generation, which goes with the iPad Air. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, so who cares? Well, I care because I know I would be stupid enough to buy the iPad Air because I love those new colors that they got. Trust me, that sky blue, perfect, I'm telling you. And I'd be like, oh, well, it says it works with the pencil, but I'm going to be, I guess money efficient or cheap, as people call it. And let me just grab the first generation one, wait however long, and then boom, it arrives, the pencil arrives, and it doesn't work. And now I'm calling into them to only find out that it only works with the second generation pencil. So I have to go through the long return process and yada yada yada. They should have just said it. Just say, hey, it goes great with this one, it goes great with that one, bada bing, bada boom, done, out of the way. But again, it's one of those tiny things that I can just see people like myself doing that just either like to save money or even the people that just don't look. They're just like, click, click, done. Because there are people like that. That's like, okay, I want this one, I want that one. Okay, I just want to get on with my day today. Again, one of those little things, but what are you going to do? Now back to the good things that I like. The iPad Air, they made it a nice 10.9 inch true touchless display. Ooh, nice display. It's up there with the Pros, because you gotta think about it. The iPad Pro starts at 11 inches. I mean, this is 0.1 inch smaller, but hey, I think it's what, like $200 something cheaper or something like that. And you get a nice display. It works great with the pencils and with the new onboard features, which allow you to write something down on your iPad, take it, it will copy it into real text, and you can paste it into maybe a blog that you're working on or a report. You could be working on a Keynote and you can literally write in something, like a word. It will add on to the select title or whichever section, and you can even scribble it out. So that's something nice, something, I could definitely see myself doing. And with the new chipsets that they have, and, with the A12 for the base iPad and the A14 for the iPad Air, photography, videography, artists, I feel like they're going to have a lot more to do. You can photo edit, you can video edit, you can do a lot of different things in real time. Heck, they even did the thing, I'll put it up on the screen here. Those movies where it's like, okay, zoom in on this and then enhance it to make it clearer. They did that. They made TV real, which is amazing here. So now, you can zoom in on this, enhance it, do whatever, all on an iPad. Are you kidding me? A fucking iPad? Bruh, come on. What else are you gonna do? Oh, and then they swapped out from the, the standard USB to the USB-C, cables there. So if, hey man, if you're a photographer and you're on the go, slap in the cables, lightning on the iPad's end, USB-C on your camera's end, if it supports that, transfer that shiz over and you're just working on that. You don't have to be carrying around a computer the entire time. You don't have to be doing any of that. You have an iPad. Like I said, I love what they did with it. It's just, it made me want to buy one. Watches, not so much. I'm not a watch guy, but these iPads, as soon as that keynote was over, my ass was on the iPad page and I was looking at how fast I could get me one. Now the Airs aren't available until next month, which I get it, They're the nice new big thing. It's going to take some time. And they're probably, still working on getting a few thousand of them ready for pre-orders. But the new iPad, I could get one Monday. And if I wasn't a broke bitch, I would have bought that already with a new pencil and everything. Trust me. But yeah, that's just about it, actually. I mean, besides the fact that, yeah, with the true, touchless display for the 10.9 inch, the finger sensor is now on the power button, which I guess is a good thing. I'm not, it's whatever to me. And whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I really love the iPads here, the watches. Hey, they're doing some nice things with them, keeping people in safe, keeping people safe and in shape there. Again, my just whole thing is, what are they gonna do with the Fitness Plus? That's just my only really nitpick on that one. And then, like I said, with the whole Apple Pencil thing, but you guys, whatever, you can take with that as you choose. And as always, check out the actual keynote or someone else's video, because I know, like I said, I didn't cover everything. I know I didn't. It was an hour-long thing, and this whole video would have been an hour long, and your boy too lazy for that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, just slap that like button. Maybe hit subscription for monthly uploads. I really want to do more shit like this. Less of like gaming, sporadic things, more like research-based, like fucking commentary type of shit, responses and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, well, this has been me. I'm gonna be leaving you guys for another month, and check out my fucking Twitch stream. Alright, goodbye.